Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous with me, Reggaeton. Let's head back to Gundren and speak to the leaders, and then we'll head back to Drezen.
Act! I'm gone. Don't hold back!
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Cover me, all right?
The light, take you!
Alright, let's make sure there's no more demons just hanging out in the forest. Let's check one cave as well. If one cave's been repopulated, I'll assume that they all have been, and we'll check the rest of them.
We do it my way.
But I'm pretty sure they don't repopulate.
Follow if you dare. I'm off.
Oh, wrong way.
I'll take care of it.
Let's check in here too.
I'm gone. We do it my way.
Alright, I don't remember if Arison Kree stays here.
Follow if you dare.
Well, he's not right here at least. Without you, the town would be a pile of ashes now, Obrig. Commander, as long as Gundren stands, your names will be remembered here. Won't forget what you did for us. May all the spirits and gods of Sarkoris bless you. Oh, alright.
I'm off.
Now let's get out of here.
I'm always ready. I do what I must.
Alright, good job everybody. I do want to check up here real quick. Nothing new. Oh, we're definitely gonna pursue. Come on now. As soon as still limbering up. Had a couple days off, he's got to get back in the groove of things. That's one threat taken care of. Let's look back up this way. Good for them. Malicious mages used to live here. All kinds of outcasts, practitioners of forbidden magic, and scoundrels who knew no fear of gods and were eager to sacrifice their souls in exchange for arcane power. Now they are all dead, and with utmost care, the soldiers examine their trophies, magic labs, storages of artifacts, and occult libraries. Daily income increased energy points times 4. I'm surprised nobody wants to talk. Oh, we do need to go talk to Ulbrich, though. And we'll probably do Ember's quest next, because it's relatively close to Drezen. Alright, report. The High Priest of Nerosian has stopped the bloodshed in the capital. Grateful for the commander's support in dark times. He sends the Crusaders his blessings and a rare gift. A relic that was kept in the Cathedral of Amade for many years. Replacement parts. The soldiers are concerned about the work of a suspicious clockmaker. He heals crippled fighters by implanting unknown and sinister-looking prosthetics into their bodies. The troops want to drive away the strange craftsman. To banish the clockmaker, we'll get 8,500 finance points and 350 material points. Take the clockmaker under protection. All generals gain a +1 level to the reduction of losses feat. Or elevate the craftsman, energy points income increases by 1. Yeah. We'll banish the clockmaker. I think we should take the soldier's side. We don't want to hurt morale, so. The quick-witted clockmaker got the hint and took off, leaving his tools and valuables in Drezen. Report. Despite all his trickery, Gremzida was once again defeated by the commander. The path to Drezen is now clear, and news of the heroic battle is on everyone's lips in Mendev, and the Abyss. Report. The reinforcements that came from Canabris and ran into a demonic blockade have turned out to be bait. Once Gremzida heard of the commander's return from the Abyss, he decided to settle old scores. His army has cut the commander's forces off from Drezen in order to engage the Crusaders in a decisive battle that has already been decided. Alright, so we developed the Art of War. Let's do that. And more Heavenly Warriors. We'll rest up. Well, let's go talk to Ulbrich. Then we can rest up. Deal with the Art of War. And then possibly set out for Baphomet's Shrine? I think that's the name of the location. Oh yeah, also we did get this. Bonus to wisdom and charisma. Do that instead.
I'm gone.
Means he can wear something else on his head. He doesn't need, that. No, it's not bad. I mean, the +4 to mind affecting conditions is, pretty good. Oh, we also need to talk to the Storyteller about the Shard of Eridan's Shield.
We do it my way.
But War Chief, where to next? So you're a living god. I'm me, the one who awoke from his stone slumber in Canabras, the one who broke through the roof of the tavern, the one who called you his war chief and swore loyalty to you. The man called Obric Olesk and the deity named Ervar died back there, in the Sarkoris of old. I am both of them, yet I am living a new life. A strange life in a strange world. A mad life, but one that is my own. That's why you couldn't remember the face of your traitorous brother, because Obric never had one. Yes, my head is still fuzzy from having two lives, two sets of memories, become one. But at least I now understand why I didn't want to remember. A deity betraying its people. Unthinkable. What kind of filth would sell out his brother, and an entire tribe who trusted him to the Oglins? For shame. Obric shakes his head. I have no brother, mortal or divine. The traitor doesn't even deserve to have his name cursed. Let it be forgotten forever, as if it were never known. No voice acting. It's a little disappointing. Usually at the culmination of the companion's questline is voice acting. Hi, the Storyteller nods politely. Let me touch them, and I'll tell you what I can see. The fragment of black wood rests in the old elf's hand. This wondrous magical boon was split into pieces, but its power did not vanish. It is still in there. I can sense it. It speaks to us of a battle, but which one? One moment. I'll listen to the quiet voice of the past. A most remarkable story. He smiles at you. The light of Eridan shines so brightly that it is undimmed even after 100 years. The shard of his shield possesses no power in and of itself, but it can serve us as a guiding star, leading us to other marvels. If you wish, I can awaken them for you. The elf looks at you with unusual impatience. Shall we? I'll show the shard of the shield of Eridan. What can you tell me about this object? The Storyteller reverently takes the shard from you, and carefully traces his fingers over the surface of the wood. For a long time he says nothing. His expression gradually shifts to surprised, and then bewildered. Finally, he returns the shard to you. Nothing. I cannot say a thing about it. You can't say anything. Why? I'm as surprised and disappointed as you. An object that belonged to Eridan himself is a rarity indeed, even among the countless curiosities that have passed through my hands. I admit I harbored hope that this shard could help shed light on the greatest mystery of our time, the fate of the last Aslanti. But alas, the object is silent. The secrets of its owner are beyond my reach. Try again. It would be pointless, I'm afraid. Certain events are swathed in a veil of mystery so thick that it renders my gift as blind as my eyes. I am the Storyteller, and I can tell many stories. But it seems that on the fate of the last Aslanti, I must be silent. Well, thank you for trying. It was nothing. Truly in this case. I fear this secret will remain a secret. For now, and perhaps forever. Give him the shard of the Shield of Eredin. Awaken this relic for me. The Storyteller lays his hand on the dark piece of wood, and his unseeing eyes stare into the distance. Eredin is dead, his shield shattered into pieces. But the shard points to hidden possibilities, like a guiding star. I see 3 paths. The first takes the form of a ring, the second a belt, and the third an amulet. Each item will be imbued with the memory of Eredin's deeds, but which calls to your heart? Tell me about the amulet. This relic will be a monument to the fury that Eredin unleashed on all enemies of humanity. You feel the true rage that burned within his breast when he entered the Abyss to do battle with the Demon Lord. The Lord of the Red Tide was his name, a name now forgotten. But Eredin's feat is not forgotten, and it will be remembered forevermore. Tell me about the ring. This miraculous item will be the embodiment of the 7 virtues of the Aslanti leader. Wealth, fertility, honest pride, abundance, eager ambition, righteous anger, and peace. As the last Aslanti, Eredin only wanted the best for the human race. Tell me about the belt. This relic will remind the world of the power and commitment of the immortal mage Eredin before his ascension. Of the power that lay in those hands that raised the Starstone from the bottom of the sea. I'm ready to make my choice. The Storyteller nods solemnly and awaits your decision. Whichever one you choose, that one will serve you honest and true, just as Eredin gave all of himself in service to humanity. I've seen all of these before. I think last time I went through and I saw what each one did. I thought the ring was the best option, but I like the description for the amulet for my paladin, so I choose the amulet. The Storyteller's hands begin to glow. The light surrounds the shard of the shield, immersing the object and hiding it from the view for a moment. When the bright light fades, the only thing left in the Storyteller's hand is a small amulet. Alright, Legacy of the Last Aslanti. This amulet, created from a shard of the Shield of Eredin, the fallen god of humanity, contains the embodiment of wrath upon all enemies of humankind. The amulet grants its wearer the following abilities. Firstly, each of the wearer's attacks deal an extra 2d6 points of holy damage against all non-human creatures. Secondly, 7 times per day, whenever the wearer confirms a critical hit, the amulet unleashes the Ire of the Last Aslanti, dealing 20d6 points of holy damage to all non-human enemies within 30 feet. A successful will saving throw halves the damage. If the wearer is on the Lich Mythic path, the damage type changes to Unholy. Thirdly, the amulet holds the memory of the time when Eredin was still a mortal Archmage, and this memory guides the wearer. Are there spells with elemental descriptors, acid, cold, electricity, fire, or sound, deal 2 additional points of damage per dice rolled to all their targets, and their save DC is increased by 2. Fourthly, whenever the wearer is hit by a melee attack for the first time in a round, the amulet prevents all physical damage from the attack. Finally, whenever the wearer rolls for initiative, they roll twice and take the better result. We're gonna slap that on. I also gotta put my other amulets on. Oh, he had this on. That's why he had the Death Ward effect on. That might be better. Alright.
I'm off.
I'm glad to have met you, Rushalai. For me, you're proof that miracles can happen even in the darkest times. I'll try not to let you down. I promise.
I do what I must.
Oh, it hasn't started yet. That's alright. We can do Ember's Quest and then come back and do this. I didn't rest long at all, did we? Sorry, we'll still set out and do Ember's quest. I don't want to just wait around. I'll set them out there somewhere. They recruit more. Huh. I think that was actually on the road that they were on. Figured I'd have to loop back. Uh-oh. We're trapped. Those gargoyles are pretty tough nut to crack. But we got them. While the captured demons beg for mercy, they give away extremely valuable information, revealing all the secrets and tricks of the enemy. The officers memorize every word. In the coming battles, they will have a chance to test the new knowledge in practice. That's just supposed to be a meta way to say we got experience. I'm gonna grab channel negative energy here. It's by far the best. You come across a lot of enemies immune to like fire or any of the elemental damages, so you can use channel negative energy, and that hits all the enemies on the field as well. That's not just like a 3x3 square. Yeah, like I said, it's pretty awesome. It's expensive though to cast. Takes a lot of energy. All the land around is strewn with shards of magic crystals. They are brought here in huge quantities, so the demon-worshipping spellcasters could draw power from them and summon elementals to serve them. They had no time to finish the last ritual, so a portion of the magic crystals fell into the Crusaders' hands. Resources found, material points times 100. That might be a tough one. We'll quick save, and we can drop a couple things on top of it. Or not. Well, this should be an easy fight too. We get Voice of the Cursed Bard. Ah, let's do this one. We already debuffed it. I don't think this would be a hard one though. That's a lot of enemies. We might have one more turn. They moved 3. Hang tight. And there's one less. Yeah, this would be rough. They take this group out. My archers out of melee. Alright. Yeah, I was a little nervous about this fight, but we've got it. Took a lot of energy to do, but we got it. The magnificent cliffs of the fallen Sarkors have become a lair for the horrifying Vescivore swarm. The soldiers have exterminated those heinous creatures, and turned their caves into an impenetrable fortress, with many hideouts, unassailable tunnels, and secret passages. Oh, we need to go ahead and... I can... A level 13 army might be a little tough. It's not that big. What is, Shadow Dancers? We might be able to do that. It's quick save. Oh, the Laughing Caves. That's where you get, like, 2 of the best weapons of the game. Including my personal favorite. So I prefer the Earthbreakers in general, but there is a long spear that is the coolest weapon of the game by far. We might be able to take this army out, too. Let's try it. I don't remember if I just quick saved or not, but we get a save before the battle starts. And they have stronger units, but they are smaller. They don't have that many. Are they not considered evil? And we get a new shield for Sela. I don't know if it's better than what she currently has equipped, but it is another tower shield. I'm pretty sure. The Crusaders descended upon the enemy in the middle of ongoing negotiations. A small gang of demons was haggling fiercely with a group of strange mortals covered in shadows for an artifact the latter had brought. In the end, it was the commander's soldiers who gained the treasure, but before letting out his final breath, one of the mortals promised with an evil grin that the Onyx Alliance would not forget the insult inflicted. According to him, the powerful trading alliance from the Shadow Plane ran operations across many worlds. Yeah, we'll deal with that later. Alright, so the Shield of Chastise. This +5 tower shield grants its wielder a +4 competence bonus to armor class against touch attacks. There we go. And it looks a lot more paladin-y. Alright, we can try this one too, and then read Voice of the Cursed Bard. There's one less to worry about. Two less to worry about. Right, one of the Nalfashionese, killed by the Crusaders, was clutching a huge bloodstained bag in his arms. Inside, the soldiers discovered a lot of weird trinkets, broken artifacts, relics that had lost their power, and other such oddities. It seems like this demon took joy in collecting broken magical things. And everybody has to have a hobby, right? Our Inspiration 2, all units in the army have a +15 bonus to combat morale per level of this feat. Again, that increases your chances of going twice. Intimidation 1, all enemies have a -15 penalty to combat morale per level of this feat. A Zealous Student, the general gains 10% more experience points and additional feat at level 20. And Master Maneuver 2, so this is actually pretty good, because you don't really lose anything by doing that. We also get Call Lightning, the AoE lightning or electricity damaging spell. Master Maneuver 2 increases the maximum size of the army by 1 unit per level of this feat. I think I'm going to grab that. I can put the these guys in there. That's kind of what they were waiting on. Alright, and then we got this. Voice of the Cursed Bard. Priests of Shaylin only speak the name of Francis the Cursed Bard in terrified whispers. There's a day when he was one of them, and his fame resounded from Varisia to Andoran. He traveled the world with a song and a smile, and a lovely wife at his side. He dreamt of creating the Song of All, and spent years gathering sounds and notes for the melody that would encompass the entire creation in supreme harmony. The laughter of a child and the confession of love, the triumphant cry and the gentle lullaby, all became sources for his inspiration. The journey brought the husband and the wife to Drezen, where the great bard sang for the soldiers to inspire them before battle. One night darkness descended upon Francis. "You're gathering all of the notes of joy, bard," he whispered mockingly. "But there are so many other sounds you have never heard before," it murmured. "Hit me with the blood of your love, and I'll reveal them to you." Francis attempted to resist the articulate, seductive voice, but to no avail. By dawn, his hand reached for the knife on its own accord. He walked through the city streets covered in his wife's blood, singing a song with a happy smile on his face, and nobody dared to stop him. So terrifying and powerful was his voice. The call brought Francis to Lucianira, but kept gathering the notes to compose the Song of All. The cries of a mother whose children were butchered in front of her. The moans of a warrior whose hands were being chopped off. The wailing of lovers who would never see each other again. His cruelty astonished even demons. He murdered and tortured women and men. but the smile never left his face. Years went by, and the Song of All was almost complete. The cursed bard was lacking one final chord. He came to the flesh markets and walked among slaves, treating them to sweet wine and even sweeter songs. The thralls watched him with hope and timid smiles. They gratefully accepted the cup he offered, but wine's tangy aftertaste quickly gave way to searing pain. The bard's wine casket was full of poison, the liquefied innards, and the moans of the dying joined Francis' song as its final note. The cursed bard drank the bitter dregs himself. He sang as he lay dying, and was happy. The demons listened to his performance with bated breath. It was the song of all wicked, a hymn to the darkest night where the cursed fire burns bright. When Francis fell silent, his body was reduced to rancid ooze. The poison spared only the bard's vocal cords, which the demons preserved as a grisly relic. They became a memento of the most frightful, the most remorseless song Alusionira ever heard. I'd look to see what this army was composed of. Not that it really matters. We've got Setsuna Shai. Alright, that was a little harder than I once again anticipated. The poor paladins went down. But we'll get them back. The Crusaders wiped out the coal mine's guards, so hundreds of prisoners finally shambled out from the shafts, barely believing their luck. The soldiers stared at the slaves in horror, seeking to deny them the possibility of escape. The demons had blinded the slaves before driving them into the impenetrable darkness of the mine. Daily income increased, material points times 20. Alright, we got stuff over here as well. I guess we loop all the way back around. Alright, I'm gonna call it here for now. Next time we will go towards Baphomet's Shrine. Take care of Ember's quest. I don't want to do this journey in case a quest or something pops up on the way. Some random encounters. Oh wait, also, before I forget, I moved off this fort. We need to build stuff. Stuff to build. Alright, so archery range, barracks, stables, and spellcaster's lodge. Alright, I'm gonna call it here. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.